It's Saturday, November 22nd. Today I'm doing about a little over a 10-mile loop. I'm going up Muir's Ascension, down Strawberry Valley, across on Gateway, back to the Gateway Trailhead. I'm leaving from the Gateway Trailhead into the Gateway system, going past Lemurian Delirium. They say downhill recommended. You can go up, but you have to be careful. And I am now on Muir's Ascension. Black Butte straight ahead. I don't think I can twist around to show it very well, but Mount Eddy on my left and Mount Shasta's up here. But again, at this point, I think I'm probably just going to turn this off, and it's a fairly long ride to get to Strawberry Valley. So I've been riding for about 22 minutes. I've been climbing quite a bit, and I've gone over a number of icy patches now, so it freezes here. Still not getting much snow at these kinds of elevations. It's just been too warm for that. It's a little crunchy right now. Just went over a little bit of ice right there. Jolene and I walked the dogs around Gumboot Lake yesterday afternoon, and there was snow on the ground, but it was patchy. It was fairly thin. That was at 6,000 feet elevation. I'm not sure what I'm at now. We had rain. This is Saturday. We had rain Wednesday night, and that's where the snow at Gumboot came from. And to get it high enough here, probably was snow. I could hear that crunchy sound under the tires. That's ice. Today's the warmest day predicted for a while. I think in Mount Shasta they're predicting a high of 57. But enjoy what little bit of warm days you have left. We are rolling on into winter. So once I get to Strawberry Valley, it's kind of a fun, fairly long descent. And except for those interesting spots on the Gateway Trail on the way back to the Gateway Trailhead, there's really nothing that I'm riding today that is likely to make me have to put a foot down or get off the bike. I am going by the McBride Trailhead now. A little over a week ago, when my daughter's family was out here, we parked in McBride, and here's the Sissons Trail to my right, but we hiked down the Sissons Trail a little ways with our grandson, and he had a great time. He started playing a game where he would go ahead with either his dad or his mom. Wouldn't let him go by himself, he's only 4. And he would hide, and we'd go by, and they'd jump out and go boo. It was fun. He was tickled. Damn. I got in the wrong gear. And then I'm looking at this little bit icy going around, so I usually ride that, but if I get in the wrong gear, and like now, I wind up pushing up it. I was daydreaming, wasn't thinking enough ahead about what's on this trail. Gonna have to keep an eye out for ice coming down Strawberry Valley. Again, it's a fast flowy trail, but you hit some ice in those corners and that could get exciting. I have made it to the intersection with Strawberry Valley, so I'm going to go down that. Before I go down, I'm going to stop for just a moment and put that beanie back on underneath my helmet because it's going to be chilly. That sign that got there was across the trail maybe a month and a half ago, whenever I last rode up Muir's Ascension and wanted to go down this, saying it was closed, but not now. So I'm going about 15 miles an hour. That seems like about as fast as I want to go on this. A little bit of ice on it still. Got to remember that. That trail to the left, I think, is pretty steep. I went down it once. I wound up walking it. It was still in. They're still making it, and I haven't actually looked at it since then. I have a feeling it could have been smoothed out some, but it was more than I wanted to do. And AC again. Ooh, careful, careful. I am going lower. Hopefully I won't see a lot more ice like that. A little bit here. I can see the low spots that water's collected in, froze overnight, and it takes it a while to melt. Last time I did this, I stayed on this road and took it back to the Gateway Trailhead. You can get there in 5 or 10 minutes if you do that. This time I'm going to take the Gateway Trail, which will probably be 10 or 15 minutes longer, with some a couple of challenging spots you have to get through. I rode this trail with my daughter and son-in-law a little over a week ago, and they didn't want me telling them anything about tricky spots coming up on any of these trails, which I could have, but they didn't need it. They took everything in stride. They enjoyed it, though. They like the challenges. A little bit of ice still. I think this is the first challenge spot. A little drainage you have to get over. It's got some steep banks on it. No, maybe not so bad after all. Actually, that was quite easy. That changes depending on how water flows through it, but it can be challenging. And there is a rock-lined climb coming up here in just a minute. Right here. No, maybe not here, but soon. Has a little bit of a rock climb, but no, that's not the big one. Here it is. If you just keep pedaling and go, it's not that bad, but it's easy to get spooked a little. So this section of Gateway Trail, ever since I got off Strawberry Valley, it's a fun trail. Got a few challenging spots. It's swoopy in places, rocky. Okay, Moondoggie straight ahead, and that will take me back up the mountain. Gateway to the left. And I'm getting close to being back to the trailhead.